On the green hills, chickens roam around looking for food. There appear to be no signs of breeding, but in fact, this is a familiar image at commercial chicken farms of Southeast Asian farmers. In today's video, join me on the hilltops and discover how farmers raise millions of chickens on the hills. In Southeast Asia, half of poultry production occurs on medium and large-scale intensive commercial farms. The other half is raised in the farmers' backyards. Among them, a small number of farmers in high mountainous areas take advantage of the land around their homes for grazing. That's why commercial chicken flocks gradually appeared on the hills. Raising chickens on the hills is a new form of farming that has appeared in recent years. It actually comes from the form of raising free-range chickens, but it is developed at a higher level in quantity. You know, consumer demands are getting higher and higher. Running chickens are becoming more and more popular because they have a long farming time and have tough, delicious meat quality. In addition, raising free-range chickens in a biosafety manner will make good use of resources and create large commodity products that can meet consumer needs. At chicken farms, after the eggs hatch, the chicks will be checked to ensure they are healthy and have a high chance of survival. Because the hill grazing model requires chicken breeds to be very healthy and highly resistant. They must ensure the chickens can withstand the heat and potential pathogens in natural environment. After a careful selection process, the chickens will be placed in boxes like this and ready for distribution to breeding facilities. Day-old chicks are brought to the farm by truck. They are still too weak, so farmers will first let the chicks live in barns like this. You can see under the chicks' feet is a layer of rice husks. Farmers use them to dehumidify the barn. Besides, heating bulbs are also prepared for new members of the farm. During this time, the chicks will be kept in a coop with warm air. The chicks grow in the coop for the first 3 to 4 weeks until they grow feathers, walk firmly, and absorb food well. On average, they are fed about 3 times a day with food specifically for chicks. For chickens raised for meat, free range or not, they only live about 6 to 8 weeks, or about 12 weeks on some organic farms. During this time, farmers will try to take care of and promote the weight of the herd to ensure slaughter weight. Food for chickens raised on hills is almost no different from conventional farming. Farmers still use mixed bran according to each stage of development of the chicken flock. From 0 to 4 weeks old, they are fed freely. At the age of 5 weeks or more, farmers will adjust the amount of bran according to the chicken's needs and release the chickens into the hill garden so they can find food. Their goal is that after 4 months of raising, the chicken survival rate reaches 99%. Besides, the average weight of chickens when sold is from 4 ib to 8 ib. Although this is a form of free-range farming, flock farmers also need to invest in barns to block the wind at night and help prevent insects from entering to ensure the health of the chickens, especially during the rainy season. The barn cannot be invested in spaciously, but the barn must still be solid and airy. Of course, they are built close to the grazing area to make things more convenient. Normal poultry farm activities such as bedding, cleaning, and providing water still take place at this farm. In addition, farmers also have to invest in other essential expenses, including the cost of seeds, food, veterinary medicine, electricity, water, and labor. After the growing period in the barn, the chickens will be allowed to roam freely around the house to get used to the natural environment. Here, they are exposed to new food sources such as vegetables and insects in the soil. These chickens can even gather a significant amount of food on their own. By using the method of raising chickens on the hills, chickens are popular and the price is higher, helping farmers' economics improve. To facilitate feeding the chickens, the food storage warehouse is often located near the grazing area. Farmers usually carry food by cart. Each day they bring 2 to 3 bags like this to the chickens. They will be eaten in the barn on rainy days or directly in the grazing hill area like this. In addition to synthetic feed, farmers also make use of available ingredients on the farm such as vegetables and banana stems to feed the chickens. After picking, they put everything in a blender. When everything is pureed like this, the chicken can eat it. This is considered a supplementary feed for chickens to help farmers reduce the cost of buying synthetic feed. However, it is made from fresh vegetables, so it can only be used for a short time. That's why this work must happen every day. For breeding chickens, it takes about 5 to 6 months for chickens to reach a good reproductive level. Chickens breed in the spring and summer months. Typically, egg laying is stimulated by extended daylight hours during warm months. However, artificial lights placed in the chicken coop can trigger the hen's egg-laying response throughout the year. Most hens start laying eggs when they are about 18 to 20 weeks old. Healthy chickens will lay eggs regularly and reliably throughout the first 2 to 3 years of their lives. This means you can have up to 245 eggs per year from just one chicken. After that, egg production will begin to gradually decrease. More specifically, when chickens reach about 12 to 18 months of age, their laying rate decreases. At this time, farmers can save money by sending them to slaughter and raising another batch of chickens to replace them. Every morning, besides harvesting eggs, farmers also open the barn door to let the chickens out into the garden. Their grazing day takes place from morning to evening. Except at feeding times, farmers usually do not participate in excessive grazing. This means that the chickens can walk, run, jump, and dig in the garden comfortably. Meanwhile, farmers will focus on doing other work on the farm. The thing that takes the most time is usually preparing the food. Usually grind corn kernels and mix food with green vegetables like this. This mixture includes pureed banana stem, bran, and synthetic food. This seemingly simple job takes up about 2 to 3 hours of a farmer's day. The main purpose of grazing is not to find food, but to give chickens a natural living environment, increasing growth and quality. In fact, the amount of food chickens find does not provide too many nutrients. Therefore, every day farmers will provide 2 meals like this. This flock of chickens is 4 months and 15 days old. They are mainly fed corn kernels to maintain their weight. In about 2 weeks, they will be released to the market. These big and fat chickens are the result of the hard work of farmers on this farm. However, sometimes fat chicken is not a good thing. Nowadays, the top priority of the purchasing market is strong, supple chickens. We return to the story of grazing on the hills. You see, although farming on hills like this is quite difficult for farmers, it produces products that suit the tastes of consumers. Closing the journey of discovery today, you see, the life of chickens raised in the hills offers a natural and wholesome experience. It is the result of harmony between traditional farming processes and the diversity of the natural environment.
Hello my friends, today we are going to a large-scale chicken farm in Indiana to see how thousands of chickens here are raised. And in the next part of the video, we will visit an organic chicken farm in Ohio. According to statistics released in 2021, there are about 825 commercial chicken farms in Indiana. These farms currently provide about 6,250 jobs and generate about $2.4 billion in revenue. thousands of chicks after hatching will be moved here for health checks and vaccinations. Eligible chicks will be beaked using infrared technology. Beak trimming is a must on large-scale farms, which helps prevent chickens from pecking each other or damaging eggs. And of course, ineligible chickens will be discarded and transferred to another production process. After the inspection process is complete, thousands of chickens will be brought to this farm to start a new life. With a large area equipped with modern equipment, this chicken farm can raise about 13,000 chickens at the same time. This is a broiler farm, so these chickens will be kept in cages for life until they are eligible to move on to the chicken processing factory. Currently in the United States, there are about 25,000 broiler farms and about 9 billion chickens are slaughtered each year. The feed for the chickens at this farm is mainly corn, soybeans and mixed feed. In 2021, up to 1.2 bushels of corn and 500 million bushels of soybeans were used to feed poultry farms across the country. These are 1-month-old chickens, and their daily job is just to eat, sleep, and walk around in these cages. Thousands of chickens raised on this farm will never see the sun for their entire lives. At this farm, the chickens are considered mature when they are 3 months old, at which point the average weight of each bird is 7 pounds. This is a conveyor system that helps transport chicken manure to the outside of the farm. Each day, this chicken farm produces about 1,200 pounds of chicken manure. After about 3 months of being raised in captivity, thousands of chickens at this farm are eligible to be transferred to the chicken processing factory. Currently, in the United States, about 23.7 million chickens are slaughtered every day, and the state that produces the most chicken meat is Iowa. Meanwhile, the number of chickens slaughtered each day in Indiana is about 2.3 million. Thousands of chickens will be transported by conveyor system to the outside. The truck will then take them to the chicken processing plant. This is what goes on inside a chicken processing plant, where 175 chickens are slaughtered each minute. Currently, there are about 5,300 chicken processing plants in the United States. At this factory, thousands of chickens will be dipped in boiling water before moving on to feather cleaning. This device will clean chicken feathers in just 30 seconds. Next, the chicken legs will be cut off, and after that, their internal organs will also be cleaned. The chickens will then be placed in a brine tank to clean for 3 minutes. This is the process of filtering chickens. These workers will separate the thighs, wings, and breast. Next, we'll visit an organic chicken farm in Ohio. The number of chickens with eggs on this farm is always maintained at 500 chickens. Every morning, hundreds of chickens will be released into the pasture so that they are free to dig and eat small insects. According to statistics of the United States Department of Agriculture, the number of organic broilers in the country is 19 million, and the number of organic laying hens is about 15 million. Most organic chicken farms are concentrated in states like California, Virginia, and Pennsylvania. The nests for laying hens on this farm are designed very simply. Every day, this farm harvests about 485 eggs, and the eggs are always sold out immediately after harvesting. In the evening, these chickens will be fed for about 2 hours before going to bed. Their main feed is corn and soybeans in the form of tablets. At the end of this video, we will see how building a chicken farm works.